My mother convinced my boyfriend to marry my sister. She looked him straight in the eyes and said, "She's stronger and better for you." As if I were the weakest link in my own life. When I found out, something inside me broke so cleanly it felt like silence. So I left Boston, my family, the ruins of who I used to be, and I built a life from nothing. Years later, at the grand party I hosted in Seattle, my family walked through my door smiling. But when they saw my husband, their faces turned pale, and the story truly began. I grew up in a home that looked perfect from the outside: white pillars, trimmed hedges, warm, glowing windows. But inside, everything was a performance curated by my mother, Linda. And my older sister, Scarlett, was the star of the show. I was the quiet shadow, the background character in my own family. Where Scarlett effortlessly attracted praise, I was the smart one, a label my mother used the way people use napkins: useful, forgettable. My refuge was programming. Logic made sense. My family never did. Then I met Ethan. Soft-spoken, attentive, warm. He made me feel seen in ways my family didn't even attempt. But when I brought him home, I noticed something unsettling: my mother's sudden fascination. She paid more attention to him in one dinner than she did to me in a year. I ignored it at first. I ignored Scarlett dressing up when he visited. I ignored Linda's private chats with him. I ignored the way he began speaking about Scarlett with a softness that didn't belong to a sister-in-law. But the truth grew louder. A gas receipt from Boston. A comment about my mom's cooking. Late nights, vague excuses. And then one night, I came home unannounced. I heard Scarlett's laugh. Ethan's quiet voice. My mother's satisfied hum. I saw them sitting together, Scarlett leaning in, Ethan caught between guilt and confusion, and my mother orchestrating everything with her manipulative smile. "She's stronger and better for you," my mother insisted. Willow is distracted. Scarlett understands connection. Ethan didn't defend me. He didn't even hesitate. That was the moment something inside me cracked forever. I left the house, left the city, and eventually left my entire life behind. Within 2 days, I withdrew from school, packed what I could, and disappeared across the country. Seattle became my reset button. It was painful, lonely, raw. But pain has a strange way of forcing growth. Therapy, school transfer, a job, a new routine. Slowly, piece by piece, I rebuilt myself. And then I met Michael. He was everything my family insisted I didn't deserve: confident, gentle, successful, grounding. With him, I finally understood what being chosen truly felt like. Years passed, and then one day a message: "We'd like to visit." They arrived with stiff smiles and entitled energy. But the moment Michael stepped beside me, my mother's expression cracked like thin glass. At dinner, Michael asked one simple question: "When was the last time all of you were together?" My mother answered quickly, smoothly: "The engagement party, of course," as if she hadn't detonated my life. And then, unexpectedly, Scarlett spoke. "Mom, stop." What followed was the confession I never imagined I would hear. Scarlett revealed everything. My mother manipulated Ethan. She told him I was leaving him. She claimed I was unambitious, uninterested, unworthy. She drafted messages from my old device to make it look like I was cheating. She told Ethan his career would be stronger with Scarlett by his side. Scarlett's voice shook. I believed her. I thought she was helping me. "I'm sorry, Willow." Ethan confessed too, ashamed, defeated. "I trusted the wrong person. I should have fought for you." My father looked crushed. He realized too late how silent he had been while my mother controlled everything. Then Michael spoke, calm, firm, fearless. "What you did wasn't guidance. It was emotional manipulation. Abuse." For the first time in my life, my mother had no script to hide behind. I looked at all of them and said the truth I had carried for years. "You didn't just break my relationship. You broke my sense of worth. You pushed me out of my own life. But I rebuilt myself, without any of you." My father reached across the table, tears in his eyes. "Willow, I'm sorry. I should have protected you." My mother grabbed her purse and stormed out, unable to face a world she didn't control. Scarlett left quietly, but paused at the door. "I want to change. If you let me." And for the first time, she sounded sincere. Ethan apologized one last time and walked away, a ghost of a life I no longer wanted. When the door closed, Michael squeezed my hand. "You okay?" And I was, maybe for the first time ever. In the weeks that followed, my father stayed with us. We talked honestly for the first time in decades. When he later passed away, Scarlett stood beside me at the funeral, not as my mother's favorite, not as my replacement, but as someone finally choosing her own path. Back in Seattle, I realized something profound. I didn't win because they lost. I won because I healed. I stopped waiting to be chosen. I chose myself. And that made all the difference. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's becoming everything they said you couldn't be.